That's not the only thing. Okay, so the question was actually how do we verify the workers, the employees, the 10 employees per investor and things like that. And again, it points back to the difference of direct investment versus indirect investment. If I'm doing the direct investment where I, as an immigrant investor, would buy a franchise, populate it with 10 employees, I do need to make sure I know exactly who that is, W-2s, tax returns, social security numbers, citizenship, and they need real documents. So that weight would be on the immigrant investor, whereas in the indirect methods where it's economic impact and it's just the construction data and the invoices and all the verification through expenditures, none of that applies, which is one reason why going through a regional center is so much easier, because I can verify 2,000 jobs indirectly just through the construction data, and I don't have to track 1,900 separate individuals. The administration for tracking 2,000 people would just be unreal. So that's why you see 95% of projects right now all go through regional centers using indirect job creation, heavily construction-based. It's the best way to do EB-5. It's the most transparent and the easiest to submit for approval. If I had to track 1,900 workers, how many boxes of paperwork would I have to send to USCIS? The administrative burden would be brutal. And for the other question, as far as why do this? Why do EB-5? It's because the interest rate is competitive versus the street. If it wasn't low-cost capital, it wouldn't be attractive. So when people ask, like, why are the returns so low? We're buying an opportunity in a class 1 project that's a world-class student apartment building in a tier 1 city, exactly in the kind of building that you want to invest in. But then with EB-5 investment, there's risk to the developer. We're not exactly sure when each investor is going to show up or if they're going to show up, and all the regulations and everything and the uncertainty, there's an element of risk. So in order to get this quality of a development to play ball with the EB-5 program, our capital is low cost. If regulations change in the future and there's more capital available because it's $1 million, not 500,000, we're probably going to establish different types of projects because it has to be worth it for the investor to take that bump up. And then the game changes. And we'll adjust to market so that it's attractive to the investors, it's attractive to the projects. And the other thing too is when we're 5 or 6 projects deep, our platform's established. Our processes are in order. We're already in this game. It's easier for us to do a 7th project than somebody just starting out to do the first project. So for us to continue this platform and to continue using this knowledge and the experience, it's much easier for us. So it's not as much of a burden for our group than it would be for somebody that was just starting out. It's a scale thing.